Hey everyone, it's Hindash and I'm here with Timmy. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm kind of going to be trying out a bunch of new products. We have Makeup by Mario, we have some Nudestix, we have some Dior. And I'm kind of going for my classic signature look, but just playing around with new products and seeing how they perform and how I like them on the face. Don't you love how Timmy is just sleeping? And my model for today is a beautiful Jade, and this is such a universal look. I mean, there's no season to this look. You can wear this anytime you want. And I think this is such a great look. You can make it all matte if you want to. So yeah, if you want to see how I created this look, then please keep watching. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well at Hindash, because that's where I post first. And of course, subscribe to my channel here. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye. Alright, so here we have the beautiful Jade, and I'm going to be starting off with skincare as usual. And the first thing that I'm going to use is a hyaluronic acid serum, and this is from Naturium. It is the Quadruple Hyaluronic Acid Serum 5%, and I love it. It just really preps your skin for skincare, and anything you use on top of this gets absorbed so much more beautifully and just leaves you looking fresh and hydrated. And I'm just going to be massaging that all over the skin. Next, as a moisturizer and primer in one, I'm going to be taking the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. And I'm going to be applying that all over the skin and really massaging it in. It's very hydrating. It really works beautifully as a makeup primer, which is what it is as well. And I really rely on this a lot if I want to do really quick makeup and kind of want to skip steps, because this combines a moisturizer and a primer in one. And by doing that, I'm going to massage it into the skin and give her a nice facial massage and get that blood circulation going so that when we get to makeup, she just feels better and looks fresh. And to hydrate her lips, I'm going to be using the Glossier Coconut Balm DotCom, and I'm going to be applying a thick layer because I'm going to leave that kind of to sit throughout the look so that by the time we get to lipstick, her lips are nice and hydrated. And with this look, I'm going to start off with eyes because I'm using some new product and a lot of Makeup by Mario, which I'm so excited to try. And I'm going to be priming her eyelids using the Master Eye Prep and Set in the shade Medium. And I actually thought I was taking the darker shade because I wanted to use more of a chocolatey caramel tone, but I ended up going with the lighter one. I don't think I was really looking, but it worked beautifully, and I really like these eye primers. So I'm applying a layer all over the eyelid up to the brow bone and just basically creating an even layer. Next, I'm going to be using the Makeup by Mario Master Matte Eyeshadow Palette, which is a fully nude neutral matte palette. And I'm going to be taking a mix of shades to kind of work into the crease and start warming up the eyes and kind of shaping them. So taking that warmer brown into the crease and really buffing and blending it out. I'm not being very precise. I just, again, want to create more warmth to the eyes now that we've kind of blanked them out with the primer, and blend that out. And using a fluffy brush for this really helps because you get that really beautiful diffused blend. And now I'm taking an even darker, warmer brown and start working that into the crease and outer V. And just building that color up beautifully and softly, because then you get a really nice seamless blend. As opposed to just going straight in with a darker brown, you're not going to be able to blend it in as easily. So with browns and neutrals, really just work your way up in layers. I'm putting down a base for a liner, and I'm using the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade 708 Universal Earth. And it is a very warm brown, and I'm just going to be lining her eyes, focusing on the outer corners and creating an outer wing. So basically what you're going to do with this is do a liner and whatever suits your eye shape, but with this look, it's very crucial to kind of swoop it out and up. So you want to create that very lifted look because the shimmer is going to really elevate it later on. And back to that Makeup by Mario eyeshadow palette, I'm going to be tapping and kind of setting it with a shade that matches the liner. So keeping it very nice and warm brown and neutral. And as I get up to the liner, I'm going to start blending it into the crease slightly and really working that in. And again, with this look, you really want to build, and building those layers is really going to give you that very blown out, diffused look that's just going to look airbrushed, and it's going to look like you've spent so much time, but you can do it with minimal steps. And just go back and forth with smaller brushes as well so you can get that nice detail into the crease. And as you can see, I'm using a very tiny brush to kind of get into those details and create that very sharp crease that kind of just looks amazing. Now a product I'm really excited about as well is the Makeup by Mario Master Crystal Reflector, and this is in the color Bronzite. And I'm going to use that with my fingers because that's how it's best applied. I tried it with a brush, but the finger really picks up the product in the best way. And I'm going to apply that all over the lids in the areas where I haven't really done that blend with the browns. So just all over the lid, and it creates a mirror-like finish. It looks very reflective. It looks like glass, like wet skin. And then to create even more definition, just very slightly underneath that liner, I'm taking the NARS Mambo eyeliner, which is my favorite because it is that much warmer and a bit darker than the other pencil that I used. And it's my go-to, so I have to finish off a look with it, especially if I'm doing a warm brown eye. So again, just a very thin line that kind of outlines what we did on the lower liner. And what I like to do as well when I'm done with blending is take a warmer yellowy brown shade and just diffuse everything up into the brow bone. And that's going to just intensify that blend and make it look even more photoshopped. For mascara, I'm taking the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes Mascara. And I really like this mascara. I didn't think I would like it because the brush is just a very weird thin brush, but it's a beautiful, beautiful mascara. And as always, I'm going to top that up with Ardell Individual Lashes in medium, and I'm going to focus out on the outer corner and bring it in very slightly. And I mostly use medium, and I might do a bit of the short ones towards the inner corner, but again, keeping everything nice and lifted. Now that I'm doing skin, I'm going to do a bit of under eye cream, and this is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. And again, I really like this under eye cream for makeup. I think makeup just works and sits beautifully on top of it. And for concealer and foundation and contour and bronzing, I'm taking the new Nudestix Nudefix Cream Concealer. This is so good. This is the first time I've actually used it in a video, but it's one of those formulas that really works well as foundation. It looks like skin. You can layer it on top, and you can just build up the coverage that you need, and it just keeps looking like skin. So I'm going to take the shades 7 and 9 and starting with the darker one to kind of work around the face and give her a nice bronzed contoured look. Because I don't want the skin to be one-dimensional, I want it to have all these beautiful caramel tones that are in her skin. So working in light layers and buffing it in very gently and thinly all over the skin. And this does give you that perfect skin-like finish. So blending that on the cheekbones, and going up into the cheekbones, and I'm going to be taking that on the jawline as well. And then taking the shade 6, which I'm going to use as an under eye concealer and to brighten and highlight the face. I'm going to start putting that on the under eyes and tapping it in and kind of laying that color on before blending it out. So going close up to the lashes, and as you can see as I'm applying it, it really does look like skin, and her entire skin just looks very, very skin-like. And these are great to use as cream bronzers as well. And then I'm going to be blending everything with a damp beauty blender and just tapping that in to really make it sink into the skin even further. Not that it really needed it, but I'm just blending it out. For cream blush, I'm taking the Jouer Blush and Bloom in Celebrate, which is a rosy peachy blush, and I'm placing that high up into the cheeks and on the apples of the cheeks. I'm going to take a bit of that on the nose and chin, just so she has that overall healthy, sun-kissed look, which I really love. And for highlighter, I'm taking the new Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette in 5 Copper Gold. And I'm just mixing a bit of the colors and placing that high up on the cheekbones and on the cheeks. And it creates that very luminous, and it creates such a pretty diffused glow. And I'm doing that with a fluffier brush because I kind of want to spread that glow throughout the face and make her look very healthy. I'm going in with a bit of a lighter one. This is in 3 Pure Gold, just to kind of make that highlight even more intense in areas where I need it. And with that, I'm going to go over the areas that I've done and on the nose, so bridge of the nose, tip of the nose, and chin. And as you can see, it looks so beautiful. It really does look like glass skin, but it's a powder. For blush, I'm taking the Wayne Goss The Weightless Veil Blush in Coral Rose. And you guys know I love to set my cream blush with a very light powder blush as well, just to kind of lock everything in and to make that blush last all day because blush does fade really fast. For lips, I'm going to be taking the Dominique Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Nudie. Now what I did was I didn't really wipe a lot of that lip balm, and it was very slippy, so the lip liner wouldn't really catch onto the lips much. And then I kind of blotted it, and then I lost the effect, and it was a bit of a trial. Same thing with the lipstick. I'm going over it with Dominique Cosmetics Nude Coco and Sweet Nectar. And this is where you can see I kind of wiped off the lips because it was just too slippery. But again, I was left with a very, very natural lip, which I guess this is what the look needed, and I wasn't gonna fight it. I'm taking a bit of that nude lipstick with a brush because I wanted more payoff, and it did work. I got that kind of nice ombre look. And here I am trying to do the liner again. I'm gonna top the lip off with the Dior Lip Maximizer in 105, and it's such a pretty color, and it needed gloss, so I'm very, very happy. So I'm putting an even layer all over the lips, and I'm really happy with this because it matches the eyes, it matches the face and cheeks and highlighter. And then I'm going to be setting everything with the Mercier translucent powder in the shade Honey, which is a yellow toned version, and it's brand new, and I'm so excited that they launched this because, as you guys know, the Mercier translucent powders are my favorite and I love them. And we needed a yellow tone, we just needed one. And I'm going to be applying that with the puff technique, with the powder puff, so this really just sinks into the skin and you kind of get to roll it and press it and tap it into the skin, and it picks up the product and deposits it on the skin perfectly. And it is very different from baking because it's just catching on to any of the unset makeup and just kind of holds onto it and locks it down. And then I get to brush it, so removing the excess and just leaving what you need. And then putting a bit of that mascara on the lower lashes now that everything is done. And this really opens up her eyes and finishes off the eyes perfectly. And a bit on the top of the lashes to kind of merge everything together. And that is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. This is one of my all-time favorite looks to do, and I think you guys know this by now, and Jade looks amazing. So if you guys want to see more of my videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment down below, and give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.